Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. I've built a few new lines, Great Western Railways lines, Cardiff to Southampton, Cardiff to Plymouth. We're going to do a drive-by. We're going to jump on one of these Class 800s here. This is the NHS Thank You one. It's got a little rainbow on it. I don't know if this is a real life livery or if it was just made for the old pandemic as a sort of throwback to say thank you to the old NHS workers. But yeah, it's a nice train. This one is going from Cardiff to Plymouth. We're going to jump on board with it. Am I? Go down. Down. Yeah, here we go. So, it's not actually reached Plymouth yet. In fact, it's, I would say, more closer to Penzance than it is Plymouth. There are 4 of these on here. One of them is still back there in the depot. And I probably should have released it first before doing this, because this is gonna... it might be okay. But there are definitely 2 running in front of this. We should see some cross-country services as well. The one that goes from Penzance to Aberdeen, Plymouth to various, Manchester, etc. I've been looking again because I do know that there is a West Coast line that goes from Glasgow all the way down to Plymouth. I know the train exists, I know the route exists, I just can't find it. I can go on to trainline.com and I can buy a ticket for the train, but I can't find its schedule anywhere and or its route on a map, which lines it actually uses, etc. Can't find it. Don't know what it is. It's a real ghost train. So I know it exists. It obviously still runs because you can buy tickets for it. I obviously didn't buy a ticket. It was like 439 quid for a ticket. And I have no current obligation or need to go to Plymouth or Penzance or Glasgow for that matter, because it's really far away. It's far away from me. Plus, I'm currently without vehicle. I did order a new car because the old one had to go back because of good old pandemic situation. They can't get the car I want because the plant that produces it is sort of like on and off. It's sort of, sometimes it's open, sometimes it's closed. So it's a real nightmare. But yeah, we are surviving, struggling on. Here we are at platform 3 though, arriving. I don't know if anyone's particularly... Whoa, you're just floating on the stairs there. That's pretty amazing. You are some sort of alien phase being that could phase through that railing. Cool. 2 people got on. I think that's potentially going to be all she wrote. That guy's hair is, I'm going to say, interesting. She looks more like a normal human being, although, oh well, continuing on. Any other weird craters sitting around here? Okay, at least they didn't have that weird straight jacket walking Matrix style issue that they sometimes do. But yes, let's continue on. So where is the next stop? Exeter? Maybe. I think that's Barnstaple over there. There is a route Barnstaple to Exeter. Yeah, it is. It's heading for Exeter. I always forget that it's got heading for whatever station it is next, down at the bottom. It always seems to slip my gaze. But yeah, that's another route. That's one of the last routes to be done, is Barnstaple to Exeter. And then pretty much the last passenger line to do after that is London to Plymouth and or Penzance. We can do both. Why the hell not? We've got a lot of Class 43s that we can sort of throw on there. So that's cool. There's lots of Great Western Railways rolling stock for Class 43s in the dynamic purple and the green. So we'll be able to throw down some there. We've also got the one with the picture of the swan on it. Is it a swan? Or like a crane or something? The one with the picture of the bird, it's got its own individual. Because there's like the first gold stripe, first dynamic, which is the purple. There's the standard green, and then there is, I can't remember what its name is. That route. I mean, there's also like the sleeper, what's the sleeper called again? The Night Riviera. That's the sleeper, isn't it? I think it is. I think there is, or I'm not sure if it's still there, but there was a way that you could, I'm not sure if it was a mod. I know there's the sunset mod. The sunset mod is the thing, but I think there's a night mod as well. Now the building lights don't light up, but these train lights are extremely bright now. And I'm tempted to download the night mod and see what the map looks like with the trains running at night. I would imagine it'll be very dark, unless things like street lights or something work. And like these lanterns or these lamps at stations. See, there's street lights there. Whether they're going to switch on if you stick on the night mod, I think it's just the vehicle lights, because trains always have some configure of lights on, like a plane that is in motion will always have takeoff landing lights, taxi lights. So, or if it's in the air as well, it will have its beacon on, so that other aircraft can see it. Look, see that lady there? She's doing the Matrix style walk, and it's rather disconcerting. Right, so we're at Exeter. Next stop should be Weston Supermare, and then it should be. There's birds. You see the shadows for the birds? Nice. Now the sun. Don't know where the sun is. I was going to say, I was just trying to figure out if those shadows were accurate. But yeah, we are coming to the sort of end of this playthrough. It is starting to get a wee bit more laggier. We do have quite a lot of trains and things on. There ain't many. There's not as much trucks and buses as there probably should be on the map. I've tried to sort of limit the buses and trucks. In fact, there's a severe lack of buses because about 90% of the towns on here do not have their commuter service to drop people off at the trains. That's why these trains are running so empty. But we're not massively concerned about money. There's a nice cross-country Voyager there heading past. Yeah, we're not massively concerned about money. Well, we're just sort of doing this as a sort of throwback to British Rail and the present companies that run it. These sort of old school steam lines, etc. But yeah, I've got my plan figured out for the new series of Transport Fever. It should be pretty interesting. I'm having severe doubts whether I'll be able to pull off the scale of what it is I want to do. It's going to be interesting, but I'm absolutely 100 billion% not starting the new season until the new computer is built. Now I have a graphics card now. I'm just waiting for it. I don't have it in hand. A family member who lives in Canada managed to get hold of one, the exact one that I wanted, which is very impressive. And he is coming over to the UK on business very shortly. So he is gonna either take it up to Scotland, or he's just gonna, once he gets to London, he's gonna send it up. Either or is great. I mean, it'd be nice if he came up. Not seen him in many years now, but yeah, we'll just wait and see. But once that is done, I will be able to install said graphics card. We should be good. Now, I have been able to start up the system The system works fine without GPU. We've actually taken the old 1080 Ti GPU out of the old one and into the new one to get it fired up and make sure everything worked okay. There was no issue with the PCIe slots on the motherboard of the new computer. It will run a 1080 just fine. So all the games I need are installed. OBS Studio, Sony Vegas is where I do my editing and rendering. I also use Handbrake as well to compress videos before putting them on YouTube. I know that compressing videos you sometimes lose some video quality, but definitely Transport Fever. And if you're Transport Fever at 1080 for a 40 to 50 minute to an hour video is a very, 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 very large file size. So compressing it is the only way, especially after rendered. Oh man. And then if you do it in 2K or 4K, woofed, the sky is virtually the limit. A lot of other games, Evil Genius was relatively small file sizes. Voxel Tycoon, again, relatively small sizes. But things like this have phenomenal file sizes. And it would take a very long time to upload it to YouTube. And there's always that little guilty part in the back of your mind. It's like, videos are being uploaded to YouTube constantly. How do they create the space that they need to hold everything? Everything is uploaded, placed on a server, so that you can access it from wherever you are in the world, unless you're in China, because they don't have YouTube. So, where does it all go? And you probably do get people that just upload raw file size, edited, rendered, something like 48 gigabytes or 50 or 60 or something. Just upload it to YouTube and you're like, it's fine. Which means the viewer gets it in better quality. But it's obviously taking up a lot more space than someone who's compressed their video to a smaller file size, like I do. Plus the internet in my little my area, my little bubble, is very poor. I say it's poor. It's like the standard for UK. It's like 60 megabytes download is like the average, and then the most it can get to is like 80, and then upload is like capped at 20 megabytes up. And upload speed is really, as a content creator, what you want. Yes, it's extremely nice to be able to download movies and things in 4K and have many people downloading several videos 4K at the same time, but upload speed is what you need, especially for live streaming as well. There's one of the Class 47s, and we're going to jump on one of them next. Maybe not that one that's glitching through the wall. This tunnel is absolutely hideous inside. Look, it's a monstrosity. Oh man, the hideousness just keeps coming. That's why we put dodgy junctions in tunnels, because when you're outside the tunnel, you don't actually see it. See how bright those lights are on that Class 800? It's crazy. Now, they weren't as bright as this previous. Oh no. We've got a Class 47 there, and another Class 47 just rolled past, so those trains have gotten boxed up at some point. Now, I believe they have probably gotten boxed up at the Cardiff side of the tracks. There's another something or other coming in at the background there. Oh, it's a First Great Western Dynamic Lines, okay. I was wondering what that blue thing was. I was like, that can't be another Class 47, but it's not. This is the First Great Western train. Just, another one we're going to be rolling on. There we go. There's a nice view. And you've instantly stopped. Hello, people of Bristol. Hello, lady. Hello, other lady. This lady with the white top looks eerily, scarily familiar to a girl that I know. And same with these models here. These two, it's creepy. It's really creepy. Yeah. I think someone added a mod to get more sort of AI character models, did they not? That's great if you're interested in that sort of thing. Maybe if you were doing high detailing. I know there's the standard ones that have, you can sort of, the placeable ones. And then you can have people in like uniform and workers, standard civilians, etc. standing in a random park. Makes a great passing shot as a train goes past. That's what it's all about with the high detailers, the passing shot. Getting the scenery that they've built actually seen. Because it's a real shame to go out in high detail an entire map and then have like one entire part of the map that you've never actually seen because there are no vehicles that sort of move around it. Maybe if you had a plane, you could maybe create one of those off-world airports and maybe force a plane to take a flight path over unseen parts of your map. But I do really enjoy watching the high detailers. I love their maps. They're awesome. It's amazing the amount of time that goes into it, especially when you see the time lapse builds. Now you look at the time lapse, it's like, oh my god, that didn't take that long. Only took like 15-12 minutes. And then the person will come on and say, right, that only took 12 minutes, but it literally took me 4.5 hours in the real world. And it's like, holy crap, 4.5 hours. That's a lot of time. So if you do 2 high detailing episodes a day, not including doing editing and rendering, which you will have to do if you want to create a time lapse, it's pretty amazing the amount of work that goes in. But yeah, new season of Transport Fever 2 will not start until the new system is built. Now I don't know the exact date when that is going to be. I am slightly worried because this series is coming to an end and we're almost done all the passengers, and then all I'd have to do after that is like sort of spam sort of freight trains, just do lots of freight train lines. And we've done a lot of freight train lines, and the problem is now there are so many freight trains and passenger trains on the map, it's proving very difficult for trains to actually move around the map to get to where they want to go. Probably an example you will see in the next few seconds when we get on to this section of track there. As you've seen, the Class 47s, the Great Western Railways there, were all sort of bunched up, unable to move because they are approaching this Cardiff section of the map. And this Cardiff section of the map is it's pretty hairy, it's pretty bad. There's so many freight trains. I mean, these are not that old. They look old. They just need a wash. Hello there, cross country. Deceased and assist. Cease and assist. I need you to wait so that I can go. In fact, I think the line I need to go on is behind this iron ore train that is in front of us. And I do believe that it is going to allow this cross-country train on the right-hand side of us to leave. And it's going to leave us high and dry. Now I do see a train disappearing way down the line there. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but I can see it. Looks like it's just pulling into the steel train station. And there's another one coming through as well. So there was one just exited out of shot, and there's another one just appearing. So we'll see how we get on. We'll see how long we have to wait here. It should be a nice area though for passing trains. Obviously there's nothing passing there. There's a Class 37 there, and there's also a Transport for Wales train down there. Oh, that's the triple header train. That's nice. Yeah, everything's at a standstill, which I've commented on many times before. It's a scaling issue. I was watching is it Construction Gamer the other day. He's doing the sort of London Midlands route as well, and then he was building up the Houston, and he basically said the same thing. It was like the Houston station, King's Cross station. The sell me mods, which are awesome because they give you ability to build the actual real life versions of those stations, although they are extremely large. How did you Transport for Wales train get past, but we did not? Because you are on a different line and you are free to go. But I do see the British Steel train moving away. Yeah, so he has the same issue as every other Transport Fever creator has, and it's a scaling issue. I'd love for urban games in the next patch just to go wild and say, hey, we have literally unlimited the size that a map creator can make. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Would it work? Maybe. Maybe if you had a super high-end system, the best that money could buy. Mind you, system is good, but even like not exactly a one scale. That's crazy. A 1-to-1 scale, a real life scale version of a real world area would be pretty large. But yeah, even scaling up, I can't remember what the actual scale is. 24 kilometers sounds right, but it seems small. Can't remember. But yeah, I'd love them just to say, hey, we have blown megalomaniac size maps out the water, and you can now have a, I don't know, Ultimate Thanos edition megalomaniac map that is 10 times larger. And then just leave a warning, to say, check system requirements before beginning use of this map. And then instead of having the crazy minimum requirements that they have on Steam Workshop for this game, maybe like bolster them up. You're going to need a 3090, an i9 11900K. Is it 11900 or is it 11500? I know it's the 10900. You're going to need a Ryzen 5950 CPU, a 3090, 128 gigs of RAM. I'd love to see those figures for a game. Obviously not many people have the ability to use that sort of hardware, so the minimum requirements for Transport Fever are way, what they say is fine, is to me is like, it's too low. They should maybe add something like, this is the minimum requirements, but you could really only use a map that is potentially 2 towns, maybe 4 towns, limit the amount of vehicles, assets, etc. Because different people have very varied ways in how map performance or game performance plays out on their system. And I will give my old system its due. It's done well. It's been a real workhorse. I'm not gonna let it go. I am gonna keep it. I'm gonna use the new system for recording gameplay, and I'm gonna use the old one for editing. Now it does do 4K, albeit the render times for a video are a hell of a lot longer. Way longer than I thought it was going to be. I've been testing that out recently. It's been a limited amount of testing because the time it does take is extremely long. There we go, we've got an autosave. Perfect timing. This will be a long autosave as well. We've been sitting here for a while. Many trains have gone, but we still have not gotten past, which is a shame. Now I wanted to jump on one of those Class 47s on the way back. And it is nice to watch trains rolling past. This looks like a triple header number. Or is that double headered? No, you're blind. It's just a double. Pay attention. Okay. I love this bridge. I also love this bridge. No, why is Stobart Rail weird rush rail train getting before us? Priority signaling is what we need. There we go. There's another Class 800 heading over the bridge there. Someone who has actually managed to escape. But not us. We're sort of stuck here. Is there anyone stuck behind us? Probably. Now, scary fact is that there are 2 other trains in front of this one that were heading to Cardiff that I launched before we jumped on this one. One of them was the Trainbow, the other one was the extra long consist version, and we have passed neither on their return journey. So I do fear that something up ahead is stuck. Oh, we're moving. Oh, well, that's nice. So we're not stuck. I think I maybe need to add a couple more signals down here. I don't know. I think, because Cardiff is just literally just ahead of us. Now we've bypassed all this madness here. The iron ore, steel train madness. Oh yeah. So the issue is that there is a phenomenal queue of trains waiting to either depart or enter Cardiff station. That is the issue, quite literally. Now that light there was green, but I would imagine this next one up here is going to be red. We'll be waiting for this Class 47. Now the eagle-eyed amongst you will recognise this Class 47 because that was the one that was at Bristol Station as we were waiting. So even though it had a shorter route than us, it has not progressed very far at all. In fact, we almost bit it. Now there's a train on the left hand side there, another Class 47. I don't know why that is waiting there. I'm assuming that it itself is like stuck. How do we go up again? Very sorry. No, you should be able to go. You should not be waiting for anything unless you are on the wrong track. Wait, is there no signal up here? There's no signals on the bridge. So that might alleviate that pain slightly. It's going to let this other one go first, which is bad. So obviously the platform that Class 47 needs to go in on is probably more than likely currently occupied. And we must have passed the other Class 800, or at least one of them. Because there are definitely 2 Class 800s that were ahead of us. Maybe we passed it and I never noticed. We shall find out imminently. In fact, let's go and check. What are we waiting for? Right, so freight train is cruising past. You are what? Heading for Shrewsbury. So you can't move because this train is going. How come this train is getting in and out but no one else is? And this train, this Class 47 is moving now. Great. Just when I've literally left. I think adding a signal here, maybe. And another signal there. Get one on the bridge. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to have trains waiting on a bridge. Yeah, so there are no signals on this section track at all. Whoops, my bad. That probably could have freed up 1 or 2 things. But our train is stopped. It can't go anywhere. But it's nice to watch the trains roll past. There's another Class 47. Oh, this is the wrong train. Whoops. So you're waiting for this Class 47 to move. We need to jump on this train. Alright, that's interesting. And always... There we go. Transport for Wales train is heading past. Now we are currently unimpeded by what? Nothing? Come on. Yes, in. Come on, light. Turn green. Let us go into the station. And we're still waiting. What is this coming out? I think that Transport for Wales. Adelante. Is that a 190? Class 190? I think it's stuck. I genuinely think there might be an issue with that train. Now the cross-country train has managed to escape. Here it goes on its way back to Gloucester. So well done for escaping there, my friend. That was spectacular. He got in and out. The Transport for Wales Turbostar that just passed us there overtook us in the way in, and it's now on its way back out. Let's go and investigate. And this Class 47, you will be stopping right here. You will be letting us past. Where are you going? Waiting for a free path to Shrewsbury. So you're trying to get out there, but we can't. Everything else is just apparently getting to go first, which seems odd. Now this will probably have created a severe backlog. Oh yes, look at this. Whoa. Okay, please go. Please go now. You can go. It's all good. Our train is actually moving. So we're coming into the station now. Let's do a... There we go. So you were the incredibly long train. You're heading back up. We are heading around here. Right, you can go. Go, 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 go. Why is that Transport for Wales train not being allowed to move? Once this train gets in, we shall investigate. Let's investigate right now. I was going to jump on this train and head back, but this is an issue right here. So you need to go that way, alright? And the nearest signal is there. Now what the issue is here is that there is no signal. There's no signal for these trains, so they exit. There's nothing to stop them here. Okay. And that sort of blocks everything. So if I add this here now, boom, this Transport for Wales train might be able to go. Maybe. We'll see. Once it crosses. See, this one is coming in unimpeded as well, which is odd. Yeah, because there's nothing to stop you. Oh, I can't put a signal in here because some of these trains are too long and they block this, and the other trains can't get past. Right. Surely after this one goes, this one should be able to go, right? If not, I'm going to delete that signal. It's away. Well, it took a long time, but it actually is getting to go. Now we could literally do just a bit of train spotting here to end the episode. Now, one of the things I was going to do was add more freight trains onto lines here that needed it. But my God, these poor souls have been waiting for a very long time to get out there. There we go, you're waiting to get in, you're part of this line here, there's a train way at the back. Right, thank God, that one was able to move. Right, so my next fear is that this trains on this line here will be stuck as well. That is the next problem. Is it going to be a problem? I do not know. Why do you not give me the cab view? That's annoying. There we go though. Steel train rolling past. Now, probably in the real world, the passenger train would probably have the right of way. There's no way you would have something like a Class 800 that can go decently quick and then say, oh well, we're going to put this freight train that only does 70 miles or is limited to 65 miles per hour in front of you for the next 120 miles of your journey. There's no way that would happen unless it was extremely urgent freight. I don't know what would be classed as extremely urgent freight. Potentially military hardware or nuclear related goods, maybe nuclear fuel or something for a plant. I mean, the only reason they need to go quickly is so that they literally don't get hijacked en route to where it is they are going. But we are off again once more. That wasn't too bad. Actually, what I meant to say is the wait for this train to move was not too bad. The 50 billion minute wait we had down at the other side was. Oh great, now this idiot is just pulled out in front of us. That's okay. It's a super long train as well. But yeah, we are going to leave it there for that episode. I was going to do 2 drive-bys. We will do another drive-by episode on those Class 47s because they are very nice. They also pass over the suspension bridge there, which is also very nice. We could actually jump on this, the Great Western Railways number that goes to London. See, this thing has escaped its peril a lot quicker than it got into it. And there's so much traffic stuck behind as well. Oh well. You can't win them all, as you say. Now, I was wondering whether to cut the extremely long wait we had at that traffic light down, but the thing is as well, lots of trains are passing and it's nice to watch trains pass by. Not just in-game, in real life as well. It's nice to, if you find a bench or something near a railway line, just watch trains passing. Sometimes they're few and far between, but yeah, it's nice to watch trains go past. It's nice that, like, I'm assuming that's why train watchers and plane watchers like doing that. I mean, it must be nice to watch planes taking off and landing. You've also got the added dramas of maybe potentially bad weather and getting the crab landing on the odd aircraft coming in with a severe crosswinds. Yeah, so it must be, it's potentially a nice relaxing thing to do, even though trains and planes etc are super loud. Apart from that, yeah, it's nice. And then here we can do it from the safety of our own house, our own home, and our own little office. Yeah, see, look, tons of trains going past. There's a very nice DRS mainline train with a DVT in the back. So actually watching this from Cardiff to Plymouth might have been a better idea. Maybe. But we are going to wrap it up there for that episode. As always, if you did watch this and you'd like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there's more you would like to see in the future, then hit the subscribe button. Some people as well have been leaving comments on things they would like to see in the next series, so feel free to do that. I am going to attempt something that is going to cover the needs of most people, I would imagine. Maybe not everyone. That would be too ridiculous. But yeah, it's going to be something interesting. Hoping it's going to pan out. Really am hoping it's going to pan out. It's going to take a lot of work and time. We'll see how we get on. There is also Vauxhall Tycoon. We've been playing that as well. It's actually a lot of fun, that game. I had to rebuild or select a new biome and adjust some of the settings and do a restart on that. But now that I've learned the fundamentals of game start in Vauxhall Tycoon, it's going to work out just fine. But we're going to leave it there. I've been Danny Boy. This has been Transport Fever 2 on the UK map. Which was supposed to be a drive-by, ended up being a standstill. But yeah, that's been it for me. I will catch you later.